Michael Bennett has joined us. He is the editor for the Daily Dispatch newspaper. Ben Ephson, good morning.
I think he's not heard us. Uncle Ben.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I trust you're good.
Oh, by God's grace. And you too?
We're very well. We've not heard from you for a while, but
Yep.
It's good to hear your voice again.
Oh, but I know that as for this season, you will hear from me.
Very, very, very much. Very, very, very much. It's our season.
Yes.
Great. So Assin North is the spotlight this morning. Every conversation will seem to be around that. Eventually, we'll get to see who becomes the MP for that area. But let's look at your initial remarks of the entire processes that has led to today's event.
Okay. I just want to know how I arrived at my forecast.
Exactly. Before all the things that have come to play from the both parties, the pronouncements and everything, which also necessitated your review of the entire situation.
Okay. Thank you. Assin North is a swing constituency. In 2012, the NDC won both the parliamentary and the presidential. In 2016, the NPP won the presidential and the parliamentary. And in 2020, the NDC won the parliamentary and the NPP won the presidential. When this dedication thing came up, I knew there was going to be a by-election because some years ago, a former, the man is late now, Adamusa Kande. He was in a similar problem, that is without renouncing his other citizenships. And the court ruling, which had been jailed, was that when you filled your form, you add your money to the EC and they will save it and give you a receipt. At that time, you must have your renunciation ready. So I knew that there would definitely be a by-election. So I went back to the constituency and found out why the NPP parliamentary candidate who won in 2016 lost to Christians in 2020. In Assin North, the biggest town is Assin Breku. The lady was coming from Assin Fosu, but had issues with the MPP in Assin Breku through the voter skirt and blouse. Fast forward, when the MPP had their primary, Charles Opoku won. And Charles Opoku is from Assin Breku, just as Christians. Opoku seems to have been preparing himself for politics because for the past 5 years, he had an NGO which had been doing philanthropic gestures around Assin Breku and Assin North. Christians had sympathies with some swing voters. But some revelations by leading members of the NDC that in 2012 and 2016, P. Christian had attempted to register to contest the NDC primaries and he was disqualified for the same reason that he had not renounced his Canadian citizenship. So that sympathy went away with many of the swing voters. Now, asserted by John Mahama, the NDC presidential candidate, that the result of today's by-election is going to be like a referendum on the performance of the LPP government, has also heightened the tension. It will be a close election. But if you ask me that you wanted to bet your last 100 cities, I'll ask you to put it on MPP Charles Opoku to win the seat.
Well, Uncle Ben, as you're saying that we should bet our last 100 Ghana cities on there, the NDC are also saying that Jacha Kwesen has been of immense support to the people of the Assin North. And so they feel that the way they voted for him massively in 2020, he's going to gather the same vote. Why do you think that as of now, the NPP definitely will win? You know, you have definitely told us about, you know, the swing seats and everything. But there are campaign messages out there as well, where they feel that Jacha Kwesen has done so much for the people and the people will retain him.
Please come again.
Okay, I was saying that the NDC will not agree with you with regards to us banking our last 100 Ghana cities on, you know, Charles Opoku, because they feel that Jacha Kwesen has been of immense support to the people of Assin North. When he was elected into power, even though that he had a few issues, he still supported them. He's given a lot back to them, and so he'll retain the seat. But you are saying that Charles Opoku will definitely be declared as the winner. Now let's look at these two individuals, the kind of support they've given to their communities, and why you are saying that Charles Opoku will definitely emerge as the winner. It's even not with regards to it being a swing seat.
Oh, you know, let's give an example of Kumewu. In 2020, the independent candidate in Kumewu lost by 2,000. The by-election that was held, the candidate was from the same town as the independent candidate. And he lost by over 6,000 votes. Now, fast forward to Assin North. The two of them are from Breku. They will be sharing the spoils in Breku. The lady who won in 2016 but lost to the NDC candidate did not contest, and he is from Assin Fosu. So it's likely that quite a number of the people from Assin, but the woman did well in his home area of Assin Fosu, but lost out in Breku, where he's not from. Now this time, the two main ones, NDC and PP, are from Breku. The woman has taken the NDC, MPP candidates to Assin Fosu and done a lot of work for him. The NDC is sure of winning. I think that until about 3 weeks ago, 2-3 weeks ago, when news came out that he had been disqualified earlier, some of the swing voters are angry with the NDC for taking that risk, you know. And in such close elections, it's the swing voters who matter because they make the difference.
So the other question is to do with the kind of intelligence. Have you gathered any kind of intelligence this morning from Assin North?
If I heard it correctly, I think that the balance in Parliament is one of the reasons why Assin North has been so heightened. You know, the tension and the stress in Assin North is not like Kumewu, which has been like a safe seat. This is a swing seat. So the balance in Parliament is one of the things which matter. And two, the NDC thinks that a victory today in Assin North will be a huge propaganda weapon for them against the NPP in the run-up to the 2024 elections.
Okay. Uncle Ben, thank you so much for joining us this morning. We are very grateful. We'll definitely try to get you back tomorrow morning when we get the results, and we'll talk about the results.
Okay.
Same to you. Same to you. So we'll be speaking with Ben Ephson, who is the editor for the Daily Dispatch newspaper, and he's telling us that we should bank our last 100 Ghana cedis, or bet our last 100 Ghana cedis on the NPP for a win today. But the people of Assin North actually do hold the results, because when they cast their vote, it's their vote that will definitely decide who becomes the member of parliament for their constituency.